Welcome to episode number 12 of Bible Blessings. In our last episode, we learned that when we sin against God only. That was Joseph's declaration when Potiphar's wife came chasing after him. So let's continue. Genesis chapter 39, verses 10 to 15. So it was as she, Potiphar's wife, spoke to Joseph day by day, that he did not heed her to lie with her or to be with her. But it happened about this time when Joseph went into the house to do his work, and none of the men of the house was inside, that she caught him by his garment, saying, "Lie with me." But he left his garment in her hand and fled and ran outside. And so it was when she saw that he had left his garment in her hand and fled outside, that she called to the men of her house and spoke to them, saying, "See, he has brought in to us a Hebrew to mock us. He came in to lie with me, and I cried out with a loud voice. And it happened when he heard that I lifted up my voice and cried out, that he left his garment with me and fled and went outside." They say that hell hath no hurt like a woman's scorn. And Potiphar's wife was determined to get what she wanted. She couldn't take no for an answer. And so when she couldn't get what she wanted and her feelings were hurt, she resorted to lies to get back at Joseph. Genesis 39 verse 16, it continues saying, "So she kept his garment with her until his master came home. Then she spoke to him with words like these, saying, 'The Hebrew servant whom you brought to us came in to me to mock me. And so it happened as I lifted my voice and cried out, that he left his garment with me and fled outside. So it was when his master heard the words which his wife spoke to him, saying, Your servant did to me after this manner, that his anger was aroused. Then Joseph's master took him and put him in the prison, a place where the king's prisoners were confined, and he was there in the prison." I don't think that Potiphar actually believed his wife. Why? Joseph had been such a blessing to Potiphar in his house. And plus, if he really believed what his wife had said, what was stopping him from chopping Joseph's head off? But for the sake of reputation and word that had gotten out, he had to stand on the side of his wife instead of Joseph. Surely he couldn't be choosing the side of a slave over his wife, could he? So here is Joseph again in a familiar situation. He had done nothing wrong. He had acted virtuously and nobly. He was faithful to God and faithful to Potiphar. What did he get as a result? Prison. Why? Because he chose to be faithful instead of commit fornication with someone else's wife. How would you feel at this point? If you had weak faith, you would certainly be cursing God at this time. There would be doubt, anger, frustration. God, I was faithful to you. Why did you allow these things to happen? How come it got worse when I followed you? And just like Job's wife, when all these bad things happen, we sometimes get angry and just want to pack up and leave God altogether. But God was still with Joseph, and Joseph still chose to be faithful. Genesis 39:21. But the Lord was with Joseph and showed him mercy, and gave him favor in the sight of the keeper and of the prison. And the keeper of the prison committed to Joseph's hand all the prisoners who were in the prison. Whatever they did there, it was his doing. The keeper of the prison did not look into anything that was under Joseph's authority, because the Lord was with him, and whatever he did, the Lord made it to prosper. Joseph became the best prisoner ever. And just like in Potiphar's house, he was committed everything under his care. There was ultimate trust in Joseph, even though he was a prisoner. Joseph could not understand the why, but he still chose to be faithful in spite of the circumstance. And once again, God blessed the work of his hands because of that. Friends, maybe you might be going through a tough situation right now. A huge trial, an unfortunate circumstance came upon you that was out of your control. Let's learn to be like Joseph, that even though we don't understand, let's choose to continue to be faithful to God and to trust in him. For surely he has a plan, and God is in the shadows, allowing these things to happen for a reason. He's still in control. So let's trust him today. Let's be faithful in the little things, no matter where we are and where life has taken us. Let's continue to hold on to him no matter what. See you next time. God bless you. were blessed by the message today, please subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It will help to create more content like this and help to spread the blessing. Thank you and God bless.